So we had a call this morning that a dog had been hit by a car about a kilometre away from the shelter. We rushed out to pick him up, and he's lying next to me. We're rushing to Rayong Animal Hospital, about 60 kilometres away, and he is struggling, bless him. He's got no obvious external injuries, so he's obviously got some internal problems. And the poor little chap, he's in real distress. So we're not sure if he's going to make it, but fingers crossed he does. We'll do everything we can. So we just received a call about a dog that had been hit by a car about a kilometre from here. We rushed out on the Selink. Dog's on the floor, blood coming from his nose, finding it very difficult to breathe. And we've brought the dog back here. He's in our medical centre just through the door here. Okay, so I'll have a look at him. Who thinks he's not going to make it?
Pio and Teresa think that he's not gonna make it. But I feel what I feel is like he tried to continue his life.
What's that?
Just normal to make it so slippery to get inside of the teeth.
Poor lad, as if things weren't bad enough. Oh. I don't think I can watch that. I can't watch that. So we're inserting a tube into his penis. I think I might just look at this wall for a little while. So the girls are in there now. They've put the dog on a drip, and they're doing an assessment of him. I don't know whether, they guess they'll probably sedate him, I don't know. But you know what, this is incredibly tough to see a young dog. You can tell by his teeth that he's fairly young. To see a young dog lying on the side of the road with blood coming from his nose and really struggling to breathe, and obviously in a very distressed way. So I think what they'll do is they'll put him on drip, they'll do an assessment, they'll probably sedate him, and he'll be taken to the vet as soon as they're able.
Nè,มีนิวโรไซน์นะอย่างตากระตุกเห็นไหม
แปลว่าอะไรล่ะครับ
มีเฮดทรอมานะ
อ๋อเฮดทรอมา
เนี่ยตากระตุกเนี่ยเห็นไหม
The sign of head trauma on the eye
กระตุก
It's incredibly emotional dealing with that. Dog's had an X-ray. The doctor thinks the dog has got some major head trauma, and we now just wait back for the X-rays to come through. I guess they shouldn't take long, and we get some sort of idea as to what the outcome of all this is going to be. I have obviously no emotional connection with this dog at all, but to see an animal in distress like this is heartbreaking. And we get about 3 calls about dogs that have been 2 or 3 calls a week about dogs that have been hit by cars. It's terribly sad. We've got numerous dogs in the shelter that are paralysed because they've been hit by cars. It truly, it's heartbreaking. But fingers crossed, this poor guy's going to be okay. Okay, we're just back from the vets in Rayong, and the good news is that the dog that we took there is going to be okay. He has a fractured skull. Not that that's good news. He has a fractured skull, and he has a punctured lung. He's not in a great way. He's feeling very sorry for himself, and he's been in a lot of pain and very distressed. So we've just carried him back into the medical room here, and he's joined the other emergency efforts with Hong and Pupe. Well, we'll come back and see him when he's feeling a little bit better, and we can give you a bit more of an update on him. But he's going to have a hell of a headache when he wakes up. But at least he will wake up. That's the most important thing. Now this is a very significant moment because the disabled area has been completed. This is the disabled building. It's full of really soft sand for the disabled dogs to come in and play. And the first dog to go in is Huin, and it's really important for him that this works for him. And the reason it's important that it works for him is because, as you can see, Huin has no back legs, and the poor lad cannot use a wheelchair like a lot of the other disabled dogs. He simply just cannot use it. So he's been running around with a bag on his back, 2 diapers, a layer of 2 diapers, and then a bag. And he's been running around, and he absolutely loves it. But the problem is that despite the fact he had 2 layers of diapers on, they would wear through, and by the end of the day, he'd really damaged himself by dragging his behind on the ground all the time. So without this, he would be confined to his cage permanently, and he hates it when all the other dogs go out to play and he's left in his cage. So this is really important for him, that he enjoys it, it works for him, and it doesn't make him sore. Because the sad reality is, hey Huin, the sad reality is that if this doesn't work for him, then he may well need to be put to sleep, because the alternative is to be confined to his cage for the rest of his life. And he doesn't need that, and we don't want that for him either. And here comes the cute one. Sophia was attacked by another dog when she was just a couple of months old, and it broke her back. And we're rehabilitating her at the moment and giving her physio, and we hope that she does walk again in the future. But this is brilliant for her because she's a puppy and she's confined to a cage when every other dog is outside playing, and this is just amazing. This is so nice to see. So I'm going to leave these guys in here to carry on playing. It's heartwarming to see, so heartwarming. One of the toughest things or areas of this entire shelter is the disabled area, where many of these dogs have lost the use of their back legs. Perhaps they've been hit by a car, or they've been beaten, or they've had legs removed for one reason or another. And it's really hard to see them stuck in their cages when everybody else and all the other dogs are out playing, having fun. They kind of get by with their wheelchairs, but this is just amazing for them, and I'm so happy for them. It's a really important day, and it's a really important day for him. And the day has turned out okay, because the dog we picked up this morning, he's got a fractured skull and a punctured lung, but that's the extent of his injuries, so he's going to be okay, which is just great news. It's so distressing for the dog in a situation like that, but it's also distressing for the staff here. But this place is full of highs and lows, happy times, sad times, and this is just a perfect example of it. This morning at 9 o'clock, when we had this call to pick up this dog on the side of the road with blood coming from its head and its nose and its mouth, you know, it was looking like it was going to be a bad day. But that dog's going to be okay. He's in the medical ward over there, and now we've opened up the disabled area for the disabled dogs. Highs and lows, tears and smiles. It's the way it is here. It's just the way things work. And here's another case in point. Look, this guy here, Hong, he had a horrendous wound the other day, and I think it was Thursday or Friday, and just within days, he's out and about, looking handsome, sporting a rather fetching red and white jumper. When did you go shopping? But gorgeous and so affectionate, just wants to be loved. And that's, I suppose, it's the thing. All of these dogs here when they were born to be loved. But unfortunately, most of them have never been loved until they got here. But they really are loved here. And we've just made, well, how many have we got in there? We've just made 7 disabled dogs extremely happy. And I'm proud to be working here, being part of what this is about.